All right, so on today's little project we got going on here, we got something special. Well, something I haven't seen in a long time. The Dohc ZC on a Vitara build. So we're gonna go ahead and tune this and see what we could do out of it. How long have you had this car?
I've had this car for about 5 years. I drove it for about 1.5 years with the same engine build, but just a different engine. It blew up in the canyons. Parked it, looked for an engine for about 1 year, found it all the way in Victorville. Guy charged me 900 bucks for it. It's been sitting wanting to build it for about 3 years, man.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm glad I got in contact with you though. One of my buddies sent me your info, man.
Cool.
My dream is finally gonna be able to come true.
Oh, JD, dude, these cam gears are old. Like super old. That's crazy. That company's not even around anymore, dude. Straight up. That's how old it is.
We have parts that we took off of it that the guy told us that you can't even get them no more.
Yeah, it's more retro. I like that. I like the fact that it's... The cool thing about this motor is like all the bottom end from the single cam shit, it's all the same. Yeah, so everything from like... Anything from like single cam that you could get, it will work for this. Including the tranny, so... We'll see what it got. Alright, so here's a little bit of update. We've been on this for a couple hours now actually, and there's a few things going on with it. The first thing was the grounds on the motor, the injectors that are on it. There were like some really old DSMs, so we had a weird startup issue too. It was starting up kind of weird. It didn't want to start, so we got that figured out. And then what else happened? Oh, the wastegate firing on the bottom wasn't in there. I guess the previous mechanic didn't put it on. Yeah. So there was just a couple of those and a couple of boost lines, vacuum lines that we had to hook up. But all in all, like what's going on now is it's making it's 213. But what's happening is, this is a low compression motor, so it's a Vitara build, and it wants like way more boost basically. So he's on a stock map sensor, so we can't really throw much more boost than what it's on now. It's on like 9 pounds, but it's starting to lean out at the top. Right here is trying to lean out a little bit. So he's gonna have to go with bigger injectors because I think they're what, 440s right now. 450s. We're pretty much. Right here, we're getting kind of close, you know, to running out of fuel. This is pretty much where it's coming in, really, really hot. It's coming in at the top. So, he's gonna actually have to up his injector size and then come back for a retune. But overall, I'd say it was pretty successful because this car came in not running really. So, we got it to work. We'll do a couple pulls for you. Check it out. So we did one more pull. Let me see what you got here.
So we did 255.
So you can tell us our story. What happened with this again? You said you went to the shop.
We took it to the shop. We told the guy, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we know it wasn't the right, you know.
So it had an aftermarket pump in it before?
No, it had a stock one. So we took it to the guy to install an aftermarket one.
Okay.
He gave it back to us. You see how that
So what's in it right now?
Because the stock pump sits right here. This is the stock one, right? I honestly don't know what he put in.
No, well, on these things you have to drop the tank to get to it.
No, that's what I'm trying to.
Oh, these guys come prepared.
Yeah.
Hey, at least you got your turbo kit installed, man. You're like other people that come up with.
I literally just saw it earlier today.
No turbo kit installed.
Yeah, we have extra parts everywhere for this.
I'm a guys, you know.
Yeah,
he's like extra inner cores and shit.
It's like subframe.
Yeah, straight up axles. Hey,
some more
pipes. Yeah, and this guy got everything. He got enough shit to build another turbo kit.
Yeah, pretty much. No kidding.
Yeah, we had another pump. It's in here somewhere. It's broken. Oh, I think it's in the back right there, brother, behind the driver's seat. And that's the original pump. So we don't even know it's the fatter one.
Yeah, it's a fat ass.
It's a fat fucking boy. I saw it earlier today. We might have taken it out when we took some of the parts out of it. Yeah, it was
so I wonder what pump's in here. I would honestly probably double check. Wow, that's gonna be a bitch though.
Yeah.
You know, some people actually do is cut
I told my brother right here in the
cut axis panels.
I told my brother the cheap.
The filter too, the fuel filter.
Get a better one?
It's probably been on here for like 35 years, so I would change it.
Maybe I saw a pump.
Oh, okay.
But I know that was the original pump to it.
Yeah, so the lean issue is actually getting worse now. You can tell right there it actually lost a little bit of power, so we're probably gonna stop before this ends up getting catastrophic. But yeah, it's starting to lean out.
There you go. The original.
Oh yeah,
that's the original guy. I know that's the original. It's the fat ass one.
Oh yeah.
So something has to be in there, right? I would say, but it's still leaning, so it's just like.
Yeah, it could be the filter. I would start with the filter. You know, you could take it off and then drain it out and then just kind of blow into it.
See if it's clogged.
It sounds kind of weird, but you gotta blow into the filter and basically see if it's clogged. If it doesn't have that much resistance, then it's probably fine. But I would just put a new one on anyway. If you plan on doing E85 though, you're gonna have to change that filter regardless, and go with like an inline filter for the E85. So that's it for now. We're gonna stop right now, and yeah, we should probably post up some more progress with this motor once he gets all the feeling figured out, and then we're gonna have to go to 4-bar map sensor, because if we want to up the boost, we're gonna have to
upping the boost.
Upping the boost, yeah, because these low compression motors, like these single cam, and this is still considered a D series. Yeah, the Vitara builds, you got to throw a lot of boost at them to make power. That's kind of how they are. Throw a bunch of boost at it. It's not too bad. It's 213, and it's only on like 8 or 9 pounds right now. So until next time. So all in all, the car made okay power for what it was. So he was pretty much happy with it. He ended up driving it, and that's pretty much all he wanted to do, was kind of move it around. But we ended up dynoing the car, and apparently that car hadn't ran in like 4 years, so he needs to do a little bit more to it. Injectors, it's a big thing. Injectors are really important, so get a good set of injectors. I would do like a Bosch style injector, ID, FMS, Graham, one of those. So injectors, I would do like something like that. You want to stick to like maybe on a turbo car, my go-to is 1000s. So usually on a turbo car, I want to kind of stick to like 1000s, because you got a little bit of wiggle room. You could down tune them, and basically you got some room to play with as far as fueling. And then as far as the fuel pump, he wasn't too sure what pump was in it. I would double check your fuel pump. If you're not too sure, ask the mechanic that worked on it before prior to see if they could tell you exactly maybe what kind of pump it is. So but all in all, I would say it was a good turnout. We were here for a couple hours. I think it's probably like maybe like 2 in the morning right now. So I think I was on the car, I want to say like maybe 6 hours or something like that. So I was on the car for a long time, but it wasn't even like tuning. most of it was just kind of like backtracking whatever the previous mechanic did. So but yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys like my content, go ahead and subscribe if you're new to this channel, and I'll see you next time.